Hi, I'm Eddie from It's a Skin. What we're doing today is our most requested video is the installation for the Ozark, the Yeti, and the RTIC 30-ounce tumbler skins. These are by far our most difficult item to install, so please be patient and hopefully this video will help you out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a good clean cup, and we're going to start with our hands being clean. The oils in your skin will actually cause a little bit of damage to the skin, so try to be as clean as possible. I always have a paper clip handy to help punch out any holes or any stubborn areas in the skin itself. So let's get ready. Okay, so first of all, get yourself acquainted with the skin itself. You'll notice that it's 6 pieces, 2 pieces for the top, 2 pieces for the middle, and 2 pieces for the bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the middle. That's the most important piece because that's the one that's got the cutout for our logo. And this particular one, like we spoke about earlier, this is for the Ozark. Punch that out. You can keep that logo in if you want, but since it actually has a little rise in it, it will cause a little bit of a bubble. Okay, so take your logo, line up your skin. There we go. And then just make sure you stay straight there on the bottom. Now, if you make a mistake at any time, if you see a bubble, if you don't like the way it sits, just gently peel up and start over. As you can see, I've got a little bubble there, so I'm just going to peel up and reapply. And there we go. Okay, so go ahead and peel up the second piece from your middle, line up your seam accordingly, and then keep this bottom part straight. Most important. Kind of peel it if you have to and work it. Keep it lined up. Now as you can see, we're a little crooked here. That means I got a little too, I got off. As you can see here, I'm off. So what I'm going to do is peel up and start over again. Okay, so once you get both the middle pieces lined up, kind of do a quick survey of the cup. You can see I've got a couple of little bubbles here. We're going to slightly work these out. Try not to crease the vinyl if you can. Just work them out. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, you'll notice that maybe a bubble will creep up here and there. All you got to do is just work it out with your thumb. Okay. So now we're happy with the middle. So now we're going to proceed to the top piece. When we do the top piece, we're going to take this line here, and that's where we're going to install our top piece lined up so the our work is consistent. Okay, so once you get your top piece lined up, what you're going to do is keep this line straight and that with the middle piece. And what we want to do is we want to leave a little sliver. As you can see, I've got it a little too high there. We're looking for about a 1/16 of an inch silver showing right about there. Now, the most important thing is, again, to keep this straight. As you can see, I'm already going downhill. See how this gap gets bigger? I can't have that. So just peel back, reset it up, and start over. Yeah. Okay, so once you get a good even seam on the top, your bottom is good and straight. Same thing, just sort of work out the bubbles along the way. Okay, and get that first piece set. Alright, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to move to my second piece. So again, I go back to the beginning part here. I've got this line here, and I'm going to grab that other top piece. Alrighty, so line up the seams accordingly. And again, most important, keeping it straight. If these aren't straight here, these two ends are not going to line up and you're going to have a real ugly install. And there we go. And then just start working it around. Okay, so once we're happy with that first piece, we're going to line up that second piece the same way, keeping that little gap there on the top, making sure that our bottom is straight, and we just keep working. If you get a little sliver here, if you get a big fat sliver, silver showing, you're too low. You've got to move it up. If you have a bunch of overlap, you're too high. You've got to move it down. Okay, if you've got just a little tiny sliver, just peel back a little bit. Give the skin a little bit of a stretch. And then line it up. So now we're going to peel off this bottom piece, and that'll of course go with that logo piece. Same thing. We go back to this original seam here. We line that up. This one's got a little bit more play, but since this one is thinner, you're not going to want to stretch it as much. It'll be a little easier to overstretch. Just kind of work on keeping it cosmetically appealing. Little tiny tug here and there. Okay, let's move on to our sixth and final piece. As you can see, we've got a straight line here. Go back to that seam here and just gently keep it center and work it around the cup. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, a bubble may appear here and there. Just work it out with your finger and you'll be good to go. We suggest that you wait that long before you put it in the dishwasher or hand wash it. Really let it adhere to the product and take the shape of the cup. Occasionally, you will mess up on an install. Believe me, we do it ourselves. So what I want to do is offer you a free skin. If you mess up, just email me right here. Say, Eddie, I messed up. Send me a photo and I will send you a replacement free of charge. We want you to be happy. If you're not happy, we're not happy. But I think overall this looks pretty good. I'm real happy with it. So thanks for watching and thanks for shopping with us.